Hi, welcome everyone back to my 32 fan series where I'm talking to 32 lovely individuals about their favorite NFL team. And so today we're talking all things Houston Texans. And I'll let you introduce yourself here in a second, but if this is the first episode that you're watching, um you come on, get caught up. So watch some more episodes. But this is about the Texans, but we'll have other conversations as well. The other thing is too, I want to preface this conversation with I am very frustrated with CJ Stroud as of right now, as I'm sure I think you are too. And I just wanted to let that be known that just because I talk about CJ Stroud like in my spare time doesn't mean if I get a Texans fan, I won't also talk about how frustrated I am with CJ Stroud publicly. So I just wanted to stand on business at the beginning of this so that we all know how I feel and where I'm at. But, anyways, having said all of that, introduce yourself. Let us know whatever it is you want us to know about you and how long you've been a fan of these Houston Texans.
Okay, what's up, y'all? I think this is my third time on with you.
This,
Four.
probably fourth,
I
maybe
think this
fourth. Because
fourth.
I think it might be fourth because y'all been in the
That's number
playoffs.
four. This number four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, big four. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all don't know me already, I am a fan of the show. You might as well call me an ambassador of the show. But I am your favorite actor, Tipville, USA. And also 2025 Houston Broadway World Best Supporting Actor in Stage Play.
There it is.
Tipville, USA. And I am a Texans fan. Not a Coleridge fan right now, but I'm definitely a Texans. Well, not Texans fan, Texas supporter. Because I
Okay,
got
Texans. You're right. You're
yeah.
right. You're 100% right.
I got to talk the truth about my team. I can't lie.
You're right. And I've started saying that when I remember, I've started saying that. I'm like, okay, no. I am a Steelers supporter because that allows me to be like, this ain't it. So I love it. And so, okay, how are you feeling about the Texans right now? Obviously, your Texans beat my Steelers. I felt a way about it. Even in that game, CJ Stroud played like crap. And then it unfortunately continued whenever they played the Patriots. And I was extremely disappointed in him. But how are you feeling though as a Houston Texans fan? Because you do still have that defense. So how does it feel to be a Texans fan?
I'm excited to be a Texan fan. Next year, we'll talk about it because that'll be the fifth episode I'll be on, y'all. We'll talk about that, later on down the
In the
line.
playoffs?
But I'm actually excited about my Texans fans. I loved our offseason moves. We addressed the line. We got rid of some offensive linemen. We got rid of our best lineman again for the second year in a row. Because last year, we got rid of the boy. He in Washington right now. Laramie Tunsil. False start Tunsil. Then now we got rid of Titus Howard. He actually stayed healthy. Because my knock for him was, it wasn't like he was good. He always stayed hurt. That was the only knock I really had for him. We got rid of Juice Shrugs. He's with the Lions now. But we did get, David Montgomery. Because that helps out our backfield and gives veteran leadership, which we was missing last year with Joe Mixon being out.
Right.
So and he's gone now too. So we replaced him with David Montgomery to pair with Woody Marks, who I loved as a rookie. So I'm feeling good, and I like our draft pick. So I'm feeling real good. We'll get to that because I know the rest of the questions.
Yeah, let's talk about the draft picks. Let's start with the draft. What was one word you would use to describe the draft?
We feel need. We felt the need of the what we was lacking, and which was we went offensive line. We replaced two people I loved on our defense. Mario Elwes Jr., Tim Settle Jr. Tim Settle Jr., I hope you do good in Washington. Hopefully, we can get a Houston Texans versus Washington so we can bust your ass. But we got Caden McDonald from Ohio State. And I don't even mess with Ohio State because, shout out to the U. We finally got our revenge. But I don't even mess with Ohio State like that. But I don't mind taking their players. So I can't be mad at that. We got some more safety depth. Can't get mad at getting a player from USC because we have really been hitting with these USC players. Shout out Cullen Bullock.
Okay.
So shout out him. So I loved our draft picks, especially like the offensive line need. And then we got the player from Oklahoma, and you can never go bad with drafting a Oklahoma lineman.
No, that is true. And I will say, the Texans. Well, Roger Goodell made sure that what's his name, Caden, had his moment at the draft, and that like I just love that. I love that for him, and I love that for Roger Goodell, and I hope that that just transitions, and he knows like it's game time. Like you got this. Just go out there and do your thing. Not when you play my team, if that happens, but you know, every other game, go do your thing, bro.
Yeah, definitely
That makes
definitely go do your thing. That's how we feel. We don't
Yeah,
want to
I
go
love it.
against our
If you
team.
like this video, now is a perfect time to take a second and hit that like button and leave us a comment in the comment section below. Yeah. So, is there a day 2 or day 3 pick that you think is going to end up being a steal?
Kamari Ramsey. So remember I was talking about them USC.
Mhm.
I love a good steal because we added
Okay.
depth. Because I forgot that we got Reed Blankenship from the Eagles. I forgot we
You got
added
Reed,
that depth
yeah.
too. So we added even more depth because we ain't got Jimmy Ward because he didn't play for us last year. Like basically a waste of a season for that. But it gave our young guys. I love our young guys. I always love our young guys. I feel our back end is going to match our front end.
Okay.
And we got the news yesterday, and we just resigned we extended Al Shear.
Mm. I think that was
So
smart.
LZ, so he's still with us, man. So we got that cap back there. We got that
I
captain
like
back
it.
there.
Okay. Fair enough. Who's the one player from this draft class that you think is going to make the biggest impact?
Our offensive linemen that
Mm.
we draft, they're going to make the biggest impact because they have to protect Coleridge. If y'all don't know who that is, that's CJ Stroud. I'm not calling him CJ Stroud till Coleridge get past the second round.
Or at least just plays better.
Yep.
Because there's situations where he could do everything he's supposed to do in like Jaden Daniels did against the Eagles. I don't think Jaden Daniels played bad. His team, special teams just fell apart. And remember all the turnovers, and
Yep.
that wasn't his fault. So yeah, don't I need CJ Stroud, whatever we're calling him, to wake up enough. Like what is this? Figure it out, please.
You gonna have to
Figure it
figure it
out.
out because Coleridge, yeah, that's what your mama named you. I'm gonna name it Coleridge. I'm gonna say
Okay.
Coleridge.
Okay.
So when
All right. Well,
Coleridge get me past the second round, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go back to
okay.
CJ.
And this was the year. Like this anyway, oh, you know what? Anyways, okay.
Actually,
Is there
I feel
because you
better.
guys would have beaten the Broncos. I know you guys would have
Oh,
beaten
for
the
sure.
Broncos. And then you would have been
I
in the
wanted
Super
that run
Bowl.
back too. I wanted that run
Right.
back against the Broncos. I almost got
We talked
everything I
about
wanted.
this. Yes,
I
we
almost got
talked
everything I
about
wanted.
this. And then I'm like, okay, then in Seattle, like watching Sam Darnold, like obviously he's a Super Bowl champion, so there's certain things you can't say now. But like I believe that Houston Texans defense would have gave him problems. So, I mean, anyways, it's neither here or there, but so that's what CJ Stroud. I need him to figure out ASAP, like right now. I mean, he's cut his hair, right? He's praying, he's doing all the things. So let's just hope, yeah, all that. So, okay. Is there a player your team passed on multiple times that you think will come back to haunt you?
That we passed on.
Yeah, or just a player that you really kind of think that you guys could have benefited from having him.
Now, me personally, even though we couldn't get him like Ruben Bain, that would have
Mm,
been for me because University of Miami. But
yeah.
honestly, no,
Okay.
no, I don't. I
Okay.
don't feel like a player is going to hunt us. You could say the wide receiver that the Titans took,
Cardinal
um,
Tate.
Carnell Tate, yeah,
Okay.
can probably come back to hunt us, but the Titans got to have a better offensive line for Cam Ward to even give him the
Hmm.
ball. And so I will definitely take our defensive front against theirs. Um, Jacksonville, I didn't too much pay attention to Jacksonville. Like I ain't hear
There
nothing
wasn't much to
really,
pay
and
attention to.
I haven't heard nothing really from the Colts. So it's like I feel like we're in a great position. I feel like how we drafted, it should keep us in the contention in the playoffs. Now we need to make that step forward
Yeah.
because we lost some people, but we also gained some people during free agency and in the draft. Like, I really feel good about my team going into next year. And we get Tank Dell back.
Mm.
Like, we forget, y'all, that we didn't have Tank all year last year. And that is Coleridge, one of Coleridge's favorite targets. And he do have a rapport with. So, and I like, I like Knowles, and I like Higgins. We
Okay.
can have a real good. We can have a real good receiving core next year, like
I
a
agree.
real good one.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome. So let's talk about that team. So having a real good team next year, what is successful? What is a successful season for you?
AFC champ. My thing is going to be AFC Championship or bust for me
Okay.
until we get there.
Yeah.
Until we get there, and then we get there now with Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah.
But like last year, we was talking again. We was talking everything I said last year. It happened basically almost to a T. We have a Super Bowl defense.
Yeah. Even to be fair though, you even called CJ Stroud also kind of being like it. So you did. You
I
called.
said, don't mess it up.
You did. That's exactly what you
I
said.
literally
And
said,
so
you see
yeah.
what Davis Mills did. Don't mess it up. And he messed it up.
Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, AFC Championship. Okay, what position group worries you the most at this point?
Worries me the most? I
Mm-hmm.
think we got stronger on the cool. I'm
Come
gonna just
on,
say offensive
there's
line
one
until
or
it's
two.
proven.
I
Offensive
was
line
about
until
to.
it's proven.
I was
Because
about
that
to
is the question mark, really.
yeah,
Because
it is
they're not proven yet because our offensive line got better throughout the year. People don't want to
true.
give us credit for that, but it's true. The numbers showed it.
Yeah,
So, offensive line, the clock is on you. That's basically what it is. Defensively, I'm cool. I'm cool. We don't give up too many
mm-hmm.
big plays. Like, I love our defensive line. I love our linebackers. I was talking about Henry Toa before people was even watching my boy. Before people was even watching my boy. So, like, I'm good. Like,
Okay,
I feel like it's kind of weird saying this as a Texas fan. I feel good, but we just got to
you
see our
should.
offensive line. If our offensive line rock, like, the sky's the limit for this team.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And hopefully that helps you know who in the process. So that would
Cold.
be fantastic.
And then
Um,
come on, D'Amico, come on, then he solidified. Man, you're a legend. Like,
yeah, I love it. So, okay, where's the team the most improved at then from last season? Where do you think they've made the biggest improvement?
I could say defensive line with Caden
You
McDaniel.
think?
Yeah, because look, we re-signed Daniil Hunter. We still got our line. And we got some more depth at because one thing about us last year, we had a lot of D tackle depth. We did lose
Mhm.
two of my two favorites, but we still got some of our defensive linemen from last year and added some more depth to that. So I'm like, defensive tackle, but I really I want to go offensively. I really because just thinking about it, because I was thinking about I said, bro, we getting Tank Dell back. I'm like, my receiving core really can be like
Fair.
that.
Yeah, fair.
Like, we really can have a real nice receiving core, which we ain't never really had jail like that because you got to think about Coleridge, Nico, and Tank. They all in and out the lineup because Nico was hurt sometimes. Tank been
Mhm.
hurt. So CJ been hurt, concussions. So
Yeah,
he's
that's
been
true.
missing
He
games
has.
too.
Has he had a concussion every year that he's been in the NFL? But did he get hurt his rookie year? I can't remember.
No, he
I
didn't
know
get
he got hurt last year and I know he got hurt the year before for
yeah.
sure.
I think his rookie year, I think he lasted all. I think he lasted
Okay.
all. But I know that these past 2 years for sure he was out with
Yep.
concussions.
Yeah, and I feel like I remember I know the exact play. Like I know the past 2 years he's gotten hurt. Um, in a weird way, I feel like I'm like a quasi Texans fan.
I
Like
told you come
there's
on
things,
home.
yeah, there's things that I see that I'm like, oh god, like why do I want to watch this team play very adamantly at 12 o'clock today? So, you gotta kind of see what's going on across the league so that you can compare your team. So there's that. So what do you think this team will do better than most teams in the NFL?
I'm gonna say we're gonna intercept the ball better.
Nice. I didn't think you were
Because
okay.
I love my back end. We got the best corner. I don't care what y'all say. We
I
got the
won't
best
argue with
corner.
you.
It's debatable. Because I ain't gonna lie, PS2 is like that too. Because PS2 is like that. But I was watching them get dog walked too, but we ain't gonna talk about it. But I do. I love our secondary. Like
Okay.
I absolutely love our secondary. And we're not like most secondaries. We like to get them picks. Like we want to ball hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we didn't have our secondary against the Steelers,
Yeah.
it could have got real ugly.
Could have. Yeah.
Especially with Coleridge played how he played.
I'm assuming that's his first name. What does the J stand for? Do you know?
He a junior.
Oh, okay. So it's okay. I've always wondered. I was like, what does the J stand for? Because it happens with TJ Watt too. Sometimes I forget. I'm like, anyways, okay. Well, shout out to him. Well, okay, let's talk about something positive. Probably one of the best players in the NFL, if not top 5, maybe even top 3 and not 3, is Will Anderson. How do we feel about him? How do you feel about him getting his contract? How do you feel about him being a staple in that defense? And it's funny to me that he got the deal because everyone, like, obviously he deserved it. And CJ Stroud, they're like, oh, let's pick up this fifth option. Let's let's give this another look see. How are you feeling about him getting signed?
That's why I wanted to sign first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, get him out the way.
Yeah.
Respect to CJ. He can be replaced. Just it is what it is. I'm to the point. If he would have had a great playoff run, you had to resign both.
I I agree. I agree.
Now, what I can say, if you do resign them to a 3-year deal, nothing over 3. Sign them to a 3-year, or maybe even a 2, to have them prove it again.
Okay.
To see if we can get a quarterback, or try to line it up with getting a quarterback in the draft. Because ain't your boy coming up next year? But I doubt we can be able to get him. But
You talking about Arch?
yeah, so
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
maybe you can will and deal, or maybe do a trade or something like that. Maybe you never
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah. Arch is going to be an interesting one.
he
Arch is
got
going
better
to
in the
be
season.
interesting.
He got better in the
Oh,
season.
I don't praise my team publicly a lot because I just don't. Like I need you to show me and then I can praise you and then after that's over, now I'm going back to okay, like get it together. But if anybody takes the time to go watch Arch's footwork towards the end of the season and go watch how many drop passes he had to deal with last year, your opinion, the way he moves in the pocket, I'm just I'm just going like if he continues that, and by the way, last year we had like an offensive lineman that was ranked like in one game, I think he was like 16 on PFF or something. And then another guy was like 34. So he's playing behind that and he still managed to look like that. So, I'm just I get it. I get it. He's a Manning. He's supposed to be perfect. He's supposed to be Peyton and he's supposed to be Eli already off top, even though they weren't. But, so we'll see. Arch is an interesting one.
Yeah, like he got better from where he
Yeah.
came. Like because
The
he
skip
damn
pass
near.
against Ohio State that we all remember.
I'm like because we was killing him when he wasn't playing. Like praise him when they
Yeah.
do good too. If you gonna kill him,
Yeah.
kill him.
That's
Praise
it.
him, praise him. Like you just gotta be
Keep
fair.
it.
So
Keep
I
that
was like,
same energy.
that can
Okay.
be interesting. But
Yeah. Well, let's
back
hope
to
Stroud
Cole.
though fizzles it out.
Yeah, I pray he figure it out. so we can resign him. I don't want to get
Correct.
rid of like CJ like that. Like,
Yeah.
mind you, it's the fans we've been longing for a Super Bowl. Like we really been
Mm-hmm.
longing for it because I feel like we have like probably 3 legit good chances, and last year was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I say a legit one with Deshaun when we gave up the 24.
Mm-hmm.
And the one when Matt Schaub got hurt.
That
That 3
okay.
was probably the 3 legit chances we had to get to a bowl, at least.
Fair.
So with that, I'm like, okay, CJ, I need you to get us over the hump. Matter of fact, I really don't even care if you fucking win it.
Yeah.
I want to be like, oh shit, finally, we can like, all right, you know what I'm saying?
I need CJ not to blow it. I mean, don't turn the ball over, bro. Like, just eat it and punt it away. Like, it's okay. It is actually okay to earn the right to punt, CJ Stroud. It is okay. That is why you have a good defense. You do not have to do all that. Stop it. Just stop it.
So, and he did lose Nico Collins
He
in a
did.
crucial moment. So it's like I can give him grace. I'm trying to give him a little grace. I'm trying to give Coleridge a little grace. And we got to realize too that was your first 3 years.
Yeah.
You're in the playoffs.
Yeah. I love it. Well, okay.
Some
Well, let's
teams is in the draft, like the Titans. Picking, picking top 5 in the draft.
That's fair. Who is the Texans' biggest rival? Is it the Titans because of the whole like Houston Oilers thing?
Yes.
Okay,
The
fair,
disrespect.
awesome,
Because I
fair.
ain't gonna lie, the fans get a little disrespectful too. And I'm like,
Okay, and then I have another random question. Is it who in the division is considered like? Do y'all have an issue with the Colts? Is it just the Texans, or is it? Or
so
sorry, is it just the Titans?
all right, so this is how it go, and it's crazy. This on Twitter, it happens. Everybody, we all 3 dislike the Titans. It's like a gang up on jumping them. The Titans. It's
Okay,
like we feel like they the weakest one, even though they've been to a Super Bowl and they
yeah,
not like really like the weakest one, but they got the oldest history, so we don't like that.
okay,
And then the Jags is like, well, we own y'all, so we don't really care about y'all. And we've
okay,
always been chasing the Colts. And then since we've been owning the Colts, it's like we respect like the Colts and the Texans kind of have a respect
okay,
thing now. And so it's
okay.
like everybody just don't like the Titans. We
Sounds
all
good
just
to me.
we all 3 look like
I could do without them. Love it. Awesome. Let's get to the fun round. This is going to be actually kind of interesting because yeah, it's just going to be interesting. So, question number 1, quarterback confidence from 1 to 5. 1 being no thank
5.
you, 5 being the best
5.
we've ever had.
Oh, you said 1 to 5?
Yeah.
Confidence I got in CJ
Yeah.
or Coleridge? 2.5.
Okay. Fair.
2.5. I put it in the
2 point.
in the
That's
middle.
fair. Okay. Coaching staff trust level between 1 and 5.
Bobby will be this will be his because it was the first year calling plays last year. I'm gonna say 3.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna put it all on. I'm gonna say 3 because he
Okay.
was calling it a little bit better. I'm gonna give him a little credit.
We'll give him a little bit. I love it. Who do you think will carry the team this year, offense or defense?
Defense.
Okay. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with being a defensive team and then the offense does what they do, or would you prefer it be the opposite?
I want a healthy balance. I want what Seattle
Yeah.
did. I want
Yeah.
what
Fair.
Seattle did. Even
Okay.
though
Fair.
JSN was balling, they
Yeah.
had a running game to fall back on when the passing
Mhm.
game wasn't going like that. My thing is they
Okay.
had a perfect. The Texans and Seattle had the same team basically.
I could see that.
They literally had the same team because we was going neck and neck last year fighting for the same spot.
I could see that.
So This year, like, bro, like I just told you who
Just
our receiving core is going to
yeah.
be with the
Well, and the
addition.
only what's
Do
actually
we still got
that's
Christian
a
Kirk?
great comparison.
I gotta look. I gotta look and see if we still got Christian.
That's a great comparison too, because and the difference in the two teams is literally CJ Stroud had what, 6 turnovers in the playoffs? I don't think Sam Darnold had any.
He didn't.
And that was the difference between the teams. Interesting. That's a really, really, really good comparison. I love it. So I know I think you're probably looking up the player, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask you the next question. If you could trade drafts with any other team, you get all of their draft picks, they get all of your draft picks. Who would you trade with?
I'm good. I'm keeping me. I keep mine.
Okay. Okay. I I love it. I'm realizing certain people with that question, it really depends on their team. So it really just depends on their team. So if your team had a this always happens to us moment, why is this happening? Here we go again. Same old Texans. This is annoying. What would that moment be?
I'll say the second round blues. The second round blues, man. Where it was like everything falling into place. We literally get the matchup we want in an unproven, weak offensive line
Mm-hmm.
in the Patriots. It was right there for the taking. They made a couple of more plays than us, but it was literally right there for the taking.
Yeah.
The game wasn't just out of hand. It's just right there, and we just shot ourselves in the foot. I remember when we had TJ Yates. We played the Baltimore Ravens tough as hell. I think we lost that game 17-13. Somebody can
Yep.
fact check me, but I believe it was 17-13. He threw an interception. Andre Johnson running up. Ed Reed right there. Come on, they former teammates. He already know the vibes. Baited them. Interception, game over. Second round blues, man. Chiefs 24.
Yeah, but y'all think y'all got cheated. I feel like y'all got cheated in that one. But
No,
yeah.
well, the second time we played the Chiefs, yeah.
In
But
in
the
the play
24-3
remember the
though,
two no, I'm talking about the not I'm talking yeah, the
you talking about the
not
other
this
one.
correct. Yeah, all
Yeah.
those 15-yard penalty. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, come on, this is getting
No,
ridiculous.
100% sure. I feel
Yeah.
we got robbed on that one for sure.
Yeah.
Like that was
Y'all
my
are crazy.
stand on. That's why I was glad we put that help nail in the coffin last year on them bums. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Y'all dominated them last year. Yeah. That was yeah. That was when I was like, okay, they're for real. Because I always say you can be good and talented and you can just beat teams and people are like, oh yeah, they're good. Or you could dominate teams and people are like, oh, they're for real. Like there's a different thing when you beat teams versus dominating teams. It's like the Colts were beating teams last year. You guys were dominating teams last year. That is not the same thing. Like, the Bills, the Chiefs, like it was, yeah, you
But
love to
see,
see
we
it.
always play good against the Chiefs though. The Chiefs we play good. The Bills we own them. Every time I see them, I'm like, okay. I'm like, bro.
I,
I'm like, they don't
it's
have any offensive weapons that scare us, and their
I was
offensive
just about
line
to
get bullied
yeah.
every time.
You guys have what they don't have, and your defense is so much better than their offense that their one quarterback can't make up the difference because he's 1 versus 11. It's just like it just
I
doesn't work.
think I think Josh Allen is 1-4 against us.
Interesting. Okay.
I think he won
That's
and
an
four against us.
interesting fact. Interesting fact. Okay. And then the last question is if you could send a message to the team owner or the team GM, what would you say?
So this is a message to all the GMs that trade with the fucking Chiefs. Stop. Stop. Please. He don't need help. He don't. He's one of them. Stop trading with them. If you're gonna trade with them, please send them some bombs.
Okay. Okay. That's it. I love your passion. That is great. So I feel like there should be a rule that you're not allowed to trade within your division. Like the Cowboys trading with the Eagles, like what are y'all on? What are we doing? Let's stay focused.
I'm like, they got,
I'm
you know
sorry,
what?
I'm
They got me over here. I'm gonna do that Ray J.
not. I don't understand it. Yeah. Good message. I love the message. Good message. Is there anything else you want to say? Anything else that we didn't cover? Anything else that you were hoping coming into this that you would get to talk about? Is there anything else that you have left that you want to tell me or tell everybody that's listening that is either a Houston Texans fan? A, that's who will watch. And then B, the teams that play the Houston Texans this year, you will watch. And then obviously just like football fans also will watch as well. And then anybody that wants to support me will watch. But is there anything that you want people to know or anything that I didn't mention?
Texans fans, just be patient. I understand that we do want what we want. We want a Super Bowl because we
Mm-hmm.
deserve that. But don't forget where we came from. Please don't. Like 3 winning seasons in a row. We have never done that. We won a
That's good
wild card
perspective.
game on the road.
Good
We've
perspective.
never done that. We're in the right direction. Don't try to say fire D'Amico. You're stupid. You're idiots. It takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day, nor was the Super Bowl championship window that it's still open.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally still open. We got better.
Yeah.
We've gotten better. We're getting some healthy pieces back. We added some pieces. Just be patient. Now with Coleridge, he is. Now I ain't gonna lie, Coleridge, you on the hot seat now. You is on the hot seat, but I can't complain about being in the playoffs. And we had our most winning season ever last year too. So,
Okay. Look
like,
at you,
despite the
Mr.
injuries, and
I
despite
love
the
it.
injuries, man, like,
Okay.
because I'm as a supporter, I can do this. Like, I can be like,
Yeah.
oh, and all this, but to be real, it's just like we there. Like, we have a solid squad. Be grateful for that.
Mm-hmm. Because there were times where it wasn't. And that is important to remember. Great message. So thank you for joining me. A. B, I will put all of your information in the description. You know this. I'm just really telling the audience this. And then the other thing is, too, is thank you for everything else that you do to help me keep my crazy ideas going for my channel, as far as making sure I always have somebody if I need somebody from a random team because I have these crazy ideas that I do, and just always being super supportive. There is not enough people in this world that are genuinely supportive of what people are trying to do. And I appreciate you being that, even though I know you kind of do it in the background and you don't want people to know how amazing you actually are, but hey, I like giving people their flowers publicly behind the scenes at any moment. So thank you for being an amazing human and thank you for being super supportive. I appreciate it. And I will end on you. Whatever else you want to say to end this, you have go at it and then I will hit end when you're done.
All right. So y'all, if y'all want to follow your favorite actor, please follow me at Titville underscore USA or Titville. Basically, just type in Titville. You'll find me basically everywhere.
Yeah.
I have a new podcast out. Make sure y'all go check that out. It is the first episode of Take You on a Journey podcast. Hopefully, Miss Flawed will be on there one day because I would definitely love to get to know your
I
journey.
didn't even see. Okay. Okay.
I'll
I've
text you. I'll
also
text
I've
it to you.
also yeah, and I've also been recording this. So at this point, I just need to make sure like the world's not too much on fire and I can wake up and function. That's about what I'm on right now. But
Gotcha.
okay, cool. Yeah, send it to me so I can look at it.
I will text you that. This is the Titville shirt of the day from yesterday that I made. So make sure you go get that merch. This is on special. I'm doing this for 15. So normally they're 25. It's
Okay.
15 because I don't know. I'm just in a giving back mood. On a cool, just like I'm just here. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a part of me, y'all. Make sure y'all go support this woman too. I'm actually wearing her brand. This is not my brand. This is a black woman I met at a
Move it.
community
Yeah, there
event
it is.
in Houston,
Okay.
Texas, trying to
Okay.
bring communities together. Worth the hustle. So make sure y'all go check out that lovely lady.
Can
She
you send me her link as well? I'll put it in the show notes.
got you. And I want to give you your flowers because this lady right here inspires me. I watch her content and I'm like, bro, how the freak do you do this every day? How do you have like the mental capacity to be on social media to just drop that? And so I be trying to keep up. I even wrote down on my vision board that I had at my party because I'm in. So mine's a little small, but I'll get the gist of it.
Oh,
You know what
okay.
I'm saying? And so it was like to put out like to build content every day because this lovely lady, I try to challenge myself because if I see her content, it was like you got to put something out today.
Yeah.
So I made that like a little thing for me. It was like if you see flawed posts, that means you have to post something, even if it's on your story. Just post something.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That is true.
yeah. So this person right here inspired me. So and that's why I support this lovely young lady. My Twitter got hacked, y'all. So go follow me at my new
Oh,
Twitter. At Actor Tipville.
the fact that all of these things are happening and like when I reached out, I'm like, hey, are you interested? Like, where are my links? Like, where are my where am I? Like, help a girl out. Like, send me. Come on, hello. Make sure I have these things.
I sent it
So,
to you.
no,
I said, check. I'm pretty sure I
um,
texted to you.
no, I don't have it. I would have no.
So
So
now, if you go check your text message, and it's there. We gotta make a bet.
You're doing all of these things, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know about this new podcast or what's going on. So
See,
oh, it's
it's
thundering. Oh gosh. I do not. Nope. So whatever it was that you were going to act like I owe you, you just go ahead and that's what you owe me. So, anyways,
really
we will
okay.
end. We will. I don't have it. We will end this. Thank you. Just thank you. You're amazing. I appreciate you.
Thank you.